Hey everyone, welcome back to Halls of Torment. So today I've got a little content preview for you for an upcoming patch. Now I don't have an exact release date or anything just yet, but the developers have teased that there will be a paid DLC as well as some free new content in an upcoming patch. So there's also a new mobile version of Halls of Torment that's going to release, and they even dropped a little hint about maybe a potential for Halls of Torment on console. So guys, if you find the video useful at all, hit subscribe for me. We're going to cover the patch when it does drop. As I said, I don't have an exact date for you, but right now I do have some things that I can tease you with. So let's have a look at this first. So they dropped this teaser into the Discord, which is basically just an image of an upcoming new stage. Now, it's kind of hard to make out the character here. It looks like a new character as well. If we actually zoom in, I mean, the skull looks pretty sick, but we can see some new enemy types over here. The actual stage looks pretty cool. There's a lot of different, I don't know, roots and kind of mud or swampy kind of areas. We've got some, I don't know, piranha plant looking guys as well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So let's actually go over what is going to be potentially in this new content update. So if you guys are unfamiliar, the developers have actually put up a works management system quite some time ago, which is publicly available. It actually shows the upcoming content and the stuff they're currently working on. So this is pretty cool. There's going to be at least 2 new stages, it looks like. The Bogs, which I think is the one we're seeing in the background. We also have Unholy Archives, which sounds pretty cool. I think there are going to be at least 3 new characters here, maybe even 4. We've got Inquisitor, Bard, Crone. And no, is there only 3? Maybe there's only 3. Oh no, Bard, Alchemist, Crone, and Inquisitor. So we've got potentially 4 new characters coming, 2 new stages. We've got some new status effects here. Decay, so I don't know, is this a poison type status effect maybe? We also got status effect Judgment. This one I have no idea what this is about. Does it say anything? Not really. So yeah, some of these don't really have a whole lot of information in them. We can have a look. Some green and black effect that changes by the number of stacks. Yeah, it doesn't really go into all the detail. You can have a look through here for some of the level information too if you really want to, but I'm not going to go sort of in-depth line by line. There are several new items in here as well, so we have at least 6 new items. I mean, hopefully there'll be a little bit more than 6. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. There's also some new artifacts as well. So we're going to go up to, what, at least 42 it looks like here, maybe? Not exactly sure. We also have free update artifacts, so it might even go up to, I don't know, 45 or something. I mean, who knows? So that'd be interesting to see. So you guys can come through here and have a look. There's a whole lot of information in here. As I said, I'm not going to go through line by line for the video, but there will be at least, by the looks of things here, now, it's not all set in stone necessarily. Some things could change, so, you know, be aware of that. But it looks like there'll be 4 new stages, 4 new characters and 2 new stages at least. So that's really cool. That's some new content for us to play through. Now, for me personally, I'd really like to see purple items be farmable in this new update. I don't know, that I think would really reinvigorate the grind in the base game, as well as adding some cool new, you know, stuff to chase on top of that. I think that'd be really fun. So, all right, so there is also a new mobile version of Halls of Torment in the works. So as you can see here, it is going to be like a free version that I'm guessing has microtransactions. It's not really too clear. I think it probably does. A wide variety of gear and items, add layers of strategy and customization. New challenge mode, where you can test your abilities and prove your mastery. More flexible gameplay duration. Choose the mode that suits you with sessions as short as 3 minutes. So this is definitely going to play a little bit differently to how the PC version plays. But there is pre-registration, opens now, and it gives you some kind of in-game reward. It's not really too clear. I really have no idea what the monetization will be like in this version of the game. There is a premium version on mobile already, so you can pay, I don't know what it is, like $7 or something if you want the premium version. However, there will be a free version launching at some point. They haven't given us a date. I think it is the Google Play Store now. Will be available on the App Store in a few days. So if you guys are mobile players, it might be worth checking it out. As I said, I don't know what the microtransactions will be like. I think the mobile version is actually handled by a different company. So yeah, I really cannot tell you exactly how the mobile version will land. Now, just lastly here, I want to talk about Halls of Torment on consoles. So, they dropped just a tiny little hint, like maybe they're thinking about doing a console release for Halls of Torment. Now, I don't know sort of where this is at. I don't know if it's the same company handling it. I really have no idea. I have no idea if it's going to be a release date this year or anything like that. I have no idea. However, they did tease that they've been thinking about putting it onto console. So hopefully my console folks out there can get their hands on this game relatively soon. So for me personally, man, I would love to see this on console. I think it plays really, really well on a controller. Obviously, mouse is nice for menu stuff, but this game functions very, very well on a controller. So I think it'd be perfect for even Switch 2, Xbox, PlayStation. Just put it everywhere. I say, you know what I mean. So, interestingly enough, if you guys have checked out Game Pass, there are a lot of really good roguelikes that drop into Game Pass. I'm just curious if they would take a Microsoft bag and drop it onto Game Pass, or would they just totally sell it a la carte onto the Xbox? I really have no idea, but that would be interesting, we'll say. So, overall, guys, there is a new patch coming here. It's going to have at least, it looks like, 4 characters and 2 new stages, which is really, really exciting. Unfortunately, I don't have a release date, but you know what? From my perspective, let them cook. Let them make the content really, really good. I would love to see purple gear be grindable, so we have a new tier of gear to chase. I don't know if that's something they would be willing to do. That I don't know. That depending on how difficult they make I don't know, Torment 45 or 42, whatever it's going to be, right? It would be really, really interesting to see. So, guys, we are going to cover the Halls of Torment update when it does drop onto Steam. So, if they do an experimental patch, maybe we'll check it out before the official release or whatever. Now, I do think now, just to be clear, they said that there will be a free update as well as a paid DLC, right? So, if you really, really don't want to pay any more money, but you want some fresh content to play, there is going to be something in there for, you know, people who don't want to pay. But to be honest with you guys, I don't think the DLC is going to be any more than $5 to $10 anyway. So it's totally worth it. If you really, really like Halls of Torment and you want new content, I would personally say it's probably going to be worth it for you. So just before we end this one, guys, I'd be curious to know what you're interested in seeing on the channel between now and when this content drops. I've been thinking about doing some like high kill runs. I'm not sure sort of what the record is out there in the community, but I've seen some people go over like 100,000 kills in a single run. So we could try doing that, or a high damage run too is also interesting. But if there's anything specific you want to see between now and then, just let me know with a comment down below. Guys, as I said, I'm going to be covering the update when it drops. I'll let you know if I get more information, but that's the update for today. Hope you guys have a good one out there. As I said, smash subscribe for me, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Hope you all have a fantastic, amazing day. Take it easy.